Cecilia.
I'm Laura. This is the Yarn Mews podcast. Yay! I think we do that every time. We go, and this is the Yarn Mews podcast. Yay!
It's because we're that sort of girl. Hi,
I'm Laura,
I'm Cecilia.
and this is the Yarn Mews podcast.
It is. We're back again.
Episode 2 of season 2. I don't know if any of you noticed that we're doing seasons now.
Yes. We're
Can
gonna
you
do
explain
seasons.
the whole idea of seasons?
So, because Laura has a lot of stuff to do,
What?
and she complains about having to do this editing thing, which she does totally on her own without even asking for any help. So, dude, we've decided we're going to do seasons, and so we'll do 10 episodes every other, one every other week, like we've been doing, and then we're going to take a little break. So we'll take like a month off, or maybe 6 weeks, depending on what's going on in our lives. And then we'll come back for another season. And that way, okay, I've got 10 here. They're going to be off for a little bit. But still subscribe, because then you'll know when we come back
Yeah.
with a vengeance. And it's not to say that at some point during our little break that we might not have a little intermediate thing being like, oh my God, we just announced such and such.
Yeah, or like maybe we go to market or something, and that's in the middle of our break, and we want to do a little market report. So yeah.
We'll do that. So subscribe, and that's what I know.
This is all Cecilia's idea. I was just like ready to just keep going the way we were going, but
I think it'd be good for Laura. It's good for me because I like doing the podcast. So
I like doing the podcast too. I just don't. It just takes time,
I know.
So
And you go out
out
for
of my
your
busy schedule,
your vacation-y things.
like shoulder surgery, what else?
She's always doing fun stuff, leaving me here all by myself.
Yeah.
It's not cool.
I just said what else, and I'm listening to this book. So I don't remember if you mentioned the book last time on the podcast, but I always read a Christmas book every year. So Cecilia found a book that she thought was great for me for Christmas. It's called Gingerbread.
Yeah, I thought it was a Christmas book.
Not a Christmas book. Really not a Christmas book. And I'm listening to it, and the author is reading it. First of all, I don't always think that's a good idea. Sometimes it's great. I think Neil Gaiman could probably do it really well.
Yes, because he has a beautiful voice.
But this woman, first of all, she's got a strong, I guess maybe a Cockney accent. And so sometimes it's hard to understand what she's saying. And then she speaks really fast sometimes, and that just compounds it. And it's a kind of a high squeaky voice, which is annoying sometimes. I don't know. I'm just saying. As I'm talking in my low, deep voice, whatever. But so she's got this. It's a grandmother, a mother, and a daughter, and the mother is telling the daughter a story of when she was young. So she was 14.
Okay.
And now I've been trying to figure out the ages of the people when they're telling the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think she's probably 34, 35.
Okay.
And she's talking about texting when she was 14, which I don't know that there was. And she has a character in that time period say, whatevs. I don't think that was slang back then. So there's some issues, timeline issues.
So we're not thinking it's the future?
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, because
But I don't know.
problem. There was not texting 20 years ago.
No, and maybe it is in the future, but she hasn't made it seem that way. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes that kind of stuff just
that
bothers
makes me mental.
Yeah.
That makes me mental. Well, it's funny.
Maybe I will find out later on
it's the
that it's the future, but I'm listening to the book and I've only got an hour and a half left to go. So,
Yeah. Yeah, no, if you're expecting me to believe this is a real world and it's today's world, then you need to have that consistent. You know this because when we do book club, inevitably there'll be something like, and they were buying, the one book I never forget, it was, they were buying blood oranges off season. I'm like, that is not when blood oranges are ripe. And I thought, oh, because they're only ripe for a very short period of time.
Right.
So I mean, like you're not buying
kind of
them
like
in
cherries.
July. Yeah, he's just not.
Yeah.
Sorry, I love blood oranges, so I know when they're ripe. But it makes me irritated. Now I can read a science fiction book or a horror book and be like, oh yeah, sure, there's vampires, because that's that world.
Right.
You're not
exactly.
You're not telling me this is really happening.
But,
this is based on today.
Well, okay, so in this book, Gingerbread, there is a country here on Earth that is not on any maps because they decided to leave the world of nations or whatever.
Okay.
So, and they're from this country, so part of it's happening in this country. But here's my question. Is there texting in that country before everybody else? And do they use the word whatevs as slang before everybody else? Did it come from there? I mean, at least set it up a little bit so that it makes sense that it came from there 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I did start a Christmas book last night. I'm reading it on my Kindle. I think it's called Winter Inn. It's by Elin Hildebrand. I've never read any Elin Hildebrand, so I thought, well, you know, why not? She's pretty popular. I'll just try.
Yeah, I've read something by her. What does she write?
I don't know. I've never read any of her stuff. I just see her books all the time. I mean, there were a lot of Debbie Maycomer books, and I thought, I could read one of those because they're light reading. And I just didn't want, the big romance ones. There are a lot of romance Christmas books.
She does a lot of romancy things. Yeah.
So,
like Mrs. Miracle. I've seen that movie.
I also have the Big Book of Christmas on my bathroom counter, so periodically I'll read some of that. I read a poem yesterday about Christmas on the sea.
Oh, how nice.
I don't remember what it was called, and it wasn't very memorable itself, but I read it. I remember that it was on the sea.
Awesome poem. That
Not
sounds like
really
the
a big
best.
poetry reader, although I do like Maya Angelou.
Yeah.
But I think that's more because it's Maya Angelou.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't mind poetry if it's good. Over the summer, I read a book of poetry by Pablo Neruda. So,
I do remember bits, but just bits, of the Song of Hiawatha, which we had to memorize in school.
yeah, we didn't have to do that. So, I don't even remember bits.
I can't. Yeah, I kind of remember bits. I can't quote anything to you right now because
for sure, that's what I wanted.
Yeah. Are you counting there?
I'm trying to. Somehow I'm off.
You know what? While she's counting, I'll show you that I finished the shawl finally.
Okay.
Again, I can't hold it up by myself, but there you
here we
go. There it is.
Yay,
What do you think?
Laura!
Pull it down.
Pull it down. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
I love the colors. Yeah. They're beautiful.
They're very spring-like colors, and it's not spring-like here. It snowed.
It snowed this morning.
A few inches this morning, and
A little bit. Not dusting. Cover up all the crap.
I think it was more than a dusting.
What?
At least, well, it was up by my house, and I'm sure it's more up there than down
Yeah.
here because the storm went north.
Yeah. Yeah, they were getting like 6+ inches up by Duluth and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
oh, when we got that snowstorm last week, they got 17 inches in Duluth, and because they're right on the Lake Superior, and the main reason I would ever live in Duluth is because it's on a hill, and all I ever think of is like sliding down that big giant hill right into Lake Superior. That's all I can envision me doing in the winter. But they were interviewing people. You know how they do? They send the poor schmuck up there and they interviewed this woman. She's like, yeah, this is a lot of snow. I've never seen this much snow. And the guy's like, really? And he's like, yeah, we just moved here from Arizona this year. It's like, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
sorry, honey. You better get
Welcome
used to
to
it.
Minnesota. Minnesota.
Minnesota, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, so
I called my sister on Thanksgiving Day, and she said, "Yeah, it's about 80 degrees here." And I'm like, "Ugh, that sounds terrible."
it does sound terrible. Ugh.
But she's in Texas, so
Yeah. One year for Christmas, we went to the Florida Keys with Charles's parents, and it just wasn't even like having Christmas.
Yeah.
It was warm, and I mean, yeah, that was nice, but it didn't make me happy inside.
Mm-mm.
And of course, I brought my own decorations for a tree of some sort, and we didn't really have a tree, but there was like a planted palm there, and so I just put decorations on it because I was going to have something.
I like that.
I mean, you gotta have something, right?
Yeah, we got our tree this weekend, but it hasn't been decorated yet.
Oh, we got our tree. We have a fake tree, and we have a kitten who is humongous, but he is still a kitten.
Mm-hmm.
And so he discovered the tree, and he climbed up into it, and he pulled on everything. We haven't gotten the ornaments up yet, so he tugged on all the garland. He tugged on the lights.
Are the garland and lights there permanently on the tree? Oh, okay.
No, Charles always puts that up first, and then we do the ornaments. So we can have the lights on.
Right. We always put the lights on first. Too.
So he had put them up, and then the cat immediately got in the tree. And so then we were trying to discourage him from being in the tree. But finally, we just left it over the weekend, and he just got used to it. And so now I think it's going to be safe for us to put the ornaments on.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah.
The one
Luckily, my cat has never had any interest in the tree.
Well, Buttercup.
Other than trying to drink out of the
thing.
The thing.
Yeah, don't let him drink out of that. Cats.
Yuck.
Oh, man. No. The one year we had like a real tree, because we've had real trees, and I prefer the fake ones personally, but I came home from work, and the cat had jumped, this is many cats ago, had jumped onto the tree from like the mantle. Somehow he gotten up there, hopped onto the tree in the mantle, knocked it over. The tree was then being held up by a broom because it had broken the base. And I'm like, oh my God, there were shattered ornaments everywhere.
Oh, no.
And so we lost a lot of ornaments that year. It's like, so you just have to, hopefully he's got it out of his system and he'll be good. We'll see. He's not very good at being good. But he's really sweet otherwise.
Yeah.
And I do love him awful. Even
My
if he was naughty.
my myofascial guy just got a puppy over the weekend, a King Charles Spaniel. Yeah,
They're all
so cute. He showed me the video of them. So what they did, they have a 13-year-old son and a 22 or 3-year-old son, and they were all there to get their Christmas photo and Christmas PJs. So they're in Christmas PJs, and they bring in a box. It's like a wrapped box. I don't know how they must not have had the dog in there for very long.
No, I hope not.
And it just had a wrapped lid on top, right? And they said, "Well, open it up, Ivan," who's the 13-year-old, and he finally did. And there's this cute little puppy all wrapped up in a blanket, and it was so sweet. It's so sweet. I want a puppy or a kitten.
Either one are fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got knitting here.
I got knitting here too.
So what you working on? Looks exciting. Looks like ribbing.
It is ribbing. It's just ribbing right now. It's Moordale from Rowan, and it's a cowl by Isabel Kramer called Copenhagen Calling, and I'll put a little picture up on the screen.
Cool.
Yeah, I was going to do this Rowan pattern, and then I realized, and it was a cowl that I had to cast on 400 something stitches, 465 I think. I cast them on, and then the first row it says, after casting on, it says, twist one end of your yarn 360 degrees and then join in the round. Which means they're trying to do a Mobius, but that is not a Mobius. That is a full twist, which doesn't look right. You know?
Yeah.
So I knit a couple of rows, or did ribbing in a couple of rows, and I was like, I know I'm not going to be happy with this.
No, and she texted me.
I could either take it off and do a Mobius cast on, but then our customers wouldn't know.
No, yeah.
Or I could not put the twist in, but then our customers wouldn't know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that just leads to confusion. So I was like, nah, just do whatever is easier and will be something we can explain.
And this is a lot less
quickly.
stitches too, frankly.
Yeah.
So
that's a lot of stitches, 465.
It was.
And then to knit that all the way.
Yeah.
Bleh.
Now, I don't know, this one, I think it's going to be smaller than, I didn't do a gauge swatch. Did I say that out loud?
She's the worst.
You know, on scarves and stuff like that, I don't.
Because it's not quite as vital.
Right, except, you know, if we were going to wanted to make sure that this could be wrapped twice,
Then you'd want to.
then I'd want to, but I don't know. I think it'll be a nice length without wrapping it twice, so I think it'll be fine.
Yeah,
And somebody with a small head like my daughter could probably wrap it twice.
probably.
Since I have a really big head.
Maybe once. Unless you want it really tight, go, ugh. Death by Cowl.
Yes,
There should be a
right.
new book by that lady.
Yeah.
Monica Ferris, that's her name,
Yes.
isn't it?
Isn't she local?
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
I saw her give a talk once at the
Library?
no,
The
it was
textile center?
center for the yarn,
The knitting guild?
the knitting guild. Yes, the
We will
yarn
get there
thing.
eventually.
She was very funny. She goes, and then, you know, I don't really do any of these things. One time someone said, try tatting. It's easy. And I snorted just like that. Because my grandma used to tat. And I'd be like, yeah, no. And she was, oh, someone tricked you that one too. I said, no, but I've seen it done, so I know better. But it was very funny. And she was just like, yep.
Yeah, no.
Oh, golly.
So what are you working on?
I am working on this
the
fox thing. the
Foxtrot.
Foxtrot. Well, what I was working so Thanksgiving, I went to Shane's for dinner. My husband made the turkey. It was delicious. And I forgot this because I was like, oh, I'm going to get this done for sure. And then, of course, I forgot it. And Shane's like, well, I probably got something you can work on. So Shane gave me knitting to do. And we decided she had this ball left over from her purple sweater. And she decided we'd do the antler hat, which is cool. I've done the antler sweater, I know. Now, there's a couple things
There's
wrong.
an issue with that
I know.
in terms of the ribbing.
Yeah, I know. This was with 2 sizes smaller. Still
Wow.
too flippy.
Yeah,
And I don't like it. And I'm thinking, well, once it gets blocked, maybe it'll be okay.
maybe.
But here was the issue this weekend. I did all sorts of work on this, okay? I knit and knit and knit, and I'm like, oh, I'm almost done. Thank God, because I'm sick of it, right? And then I was trying it on. I'm like, wow, I've got like 2 full repeats left, and it's already like to here on me.
Yeah.
And admittedly, my head's small, but it's not that much smaller than Shane. So I'm like, this might be too
Had
big.
Shane made the hat before?
No, she
Okay.
just wanted this hat. I don't know, maybe she has. That wasn't. It's just, you know. She
I thought
had
you were
it-
making it for yourself.
No.
So she's getting you to do her knitting for her. Is
Yeah.
that what the...
Yeah, I
interesting.
have stated many times. Shane can ask me to do whatever. And I'm like, yeah, sure, okay, let's do that. And I say, thank God I didn't know he was a teenager because God only knows what we would have done together. Because she just whatever. She's like, hey, why don't you do this? I'm like, okay. And no one else. I am not susceptible to peer pressure. I can verify that. Even in high school, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, I don't want to do that. But Shane's like, sure, I'll do that.
I'll run a 10-mile race. Why not?
Yeah, you say I can do it. It must be true. So I realized, oh my God, and I'm looking at it like, oh, man, I repeated the same line repeatedly, right? So I ripped back like 2.5 repeats. And I'm like, oh, hey, look, now it looks good, right? Look at that. See? No, look at this. You see what I did?
Mm-hmm.
At some point, I decided I'll just do it on this first one and not on any of the rest of them. So all the work, all the knitting I did over the weekend has to come out. And now I'm to the point where it's like, I really hate that ribbing. I think it's all going to have to come out. So tomorrow I'm going to talk to
Can I
Shane.
see it for a minute?
I don't know what I was doing. Apparently I hadn't checkmarked something.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I just totally repeated like the last rib for a whole bunch of times. I don't know why. Just decided
You're done with knitting that cable. That's what it is.
I think I might be. Yeah. It was just like, so yeah,
It's kind of how I feel about most cables. I'm done with it.
Yeah, this cable's very easy though, and so it's not. I don't know what I was doing.
You were watching something.
Well, I did watch. Well, they released the new season of Midsummer Murders on Acorn, so I had so much self-control. I only watched 3 out of the 4 episodes.
I stayed up until 1:30 or 2 o'clock watching 2 episodes of French Village the other night. But then I slept till 9:30, so, it's all good to me.
I did discover on Acorn a new series that I never found before. It's called Balthazar, and it takes place in Paris, and it's about a forensic doctor in
that sounds
Paris. It was awesome. And so I binged that whole thing. It was only 6 episodes, but they were an hour and a half each.
Mrs. Maisel started this Friday, but we haven't watched any yet.
I've never
Mrs.
watched
Maisel.
any of that. So.
And The Crown, we've only watched a few episodes of that too. But it's hard because our kids are home, so.
Yeah, they can't be watching that sort of stuff.
No, it's more that Emily has other things she wants to watch, like Terrace House.
Oh, man.
Or, we've been plowing through the Survivors that we missed while Emily was out of town and stuff like that.
Yeah. Never had interest in Survivor.
Oh my God, we've watched every single season.
I know you have.
And my kids have watched, because they weren't alive when it first started or were very young and didn't care, they have watched them all on video,
Wow.
Some of them multiple times. They can name all the characters and what season they were. I'm like, okay, that's just too much. I can't do that. I can't remember anybody's names in person. Why would I remember them on a TV show?
Yes, I think you need to know people in person before you memorize people on some reality program.
Yeah.
I'm going to vote for that.
Yeah. So we have a new sweater sample. It's a cute little short sleeve sweater. It's called Nuck, N-U-U-K, and it's from it's from a Lane magazine. Can I tell you which volume? I don't know, but anyway, it's cute.
One of them, and it's great. You should have it.
It's really cute, and it's
It
made
is
out
cute.
of this
so
fun.
soft.
It's made out of this fun boucle-y, I think it's alpaca yarn.
It is alpaca. I'm trying to see if it's 100%.
So it's a little fuzzy, which you can't tell there, but it's very cute.
Really?
It's got to be on here someplace.
Well, it is someplace, but that's hidden, I think.
Yes, there it is. 100% alpaca.
Okay, there you go. That's what I was thinking. All I know is that
You see how it's got some fuzz and that texture in it?
it's awesome.
Very fun.
I'm going to make a sweater out of this.
Are you?
I am.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna make
You're
that
gonna
blonde
make that-
girl nobody else likes.
I really don't like that sweater, but it'll look cute on Cecilia.
It will. It'll look darling on
I
you.
just would never make it for myself.
That's because
But
it's
this I
not
would
an
make.
over-shaped box.
This I think would be really cute. Although it's raglan. I mean, raglans just don't look good on me.
I look good in raglans.
Yeah. Kate Atherley says nobody looks good in raglans.
She's incorrect. Because they look good on me. Yours look good in almost anything. Because I'm so beautiful.
Yep. That's what they
Just
say.
go with it. Go with it,
says
everybody. Hey, if you tell people something enough, it becomes true.
That's true. That's why affirmations are such a good thing to do.
Yep.
I am healthy. I am well.
Yeah, she says it all the time.
And I don't get sick very often.
So,
Like once a year.
once a year. So, we got this month's perk I want to talk about. Laura designed these. They are little coffee cozies. Is this a crocheted one? I think I grabbed a crochet one.
Yeah, this is a knit one.
This
and
is
that's
the
a
knit one.
crochet
This is a
one.
crocheted
Yeah.
one. And you can have them plain. You can go buy a little iron-on patch.
Although I think sew on would be better. I mean, you can buy an iron-on,
Patch and sew
but
it
you
on.
can see it's kind of coming up there. Oops. Oh, he's upside down. See right there, it's kind of off. So I would tack it down at least.
You know what? We have these little pins.
Oh, those would be perfect on it.
You could
Or a regular button. Or, no, I was going to say, or one of our enamel pens, but that wouldn't
would
work
poke
because
through,
it
no.
would poke through.
But these would be perfect.
Yeah,
Look how cute
that's
is.
really cute. We
So-
should put some, do we have those up there with the,
I'm going to put some up there
yeah,
because
we have to on
I
the
was
display.
looking at stuff. So you could whip these out quick,
Oh my gosh,
come in,
they're so quick, you
buy
guys.
something, or
These
just,
these ones are, I think, on size 7 needles, and this is, I want to say it's a 4.5 millimeter hook, which might be an H. Can't remember for sure.
could be.
But really, they're really fast. And here's the deal. I say it in the pattern. Now, I haven't put the crochet pattern up on Ravelry yet, but the knitted one is on Ravelry, and you can find it by going to Laura Rasmussen's Ravelry store or typing in Coffee Cozies, Cozies. Well, you know, some people
I do
might
know.
not know.
Sometimes it's spelled with an S.
Yes. So, but I'll put the crochet one up maybe later this week. I tell you in there that I give links to places to find out more about felting and short row shaping for this one. But the felting, so you can felt these by hand. It wouldn't take all that long. Or use a top loader or washing machine. But a lot of us don't have top loaders anymore. I have a top loader that we kept when we got our front loader, but I actually felted these in the front loader because I wanted to check to see if it worked.
Yes.
And I did about an hour-long cycle. Now, hour might be too long for your top loader, but you know what? Just do a test one.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work out, it's not a whole lot of time spent doing it. I do give what your gauge should be before you felt it because that's important.
Yeah.
Because if your gauge is too tight, it's not going to fit your cup.
Yep.
And then the other key is to, I have a travel mug at home that's about the size and shape of one of these. These ones are kind of narrow, but the mug I have at home is about the size and shape of a typical coffee house mug or to-go cup. So I just, when I pull it out of the washing machine, I slip it onto that mug and let it dry there. And then you have the perfect size.
These are cute little cups, though.
Yeah. And I mean, the idea is not to use so many of those cardboard sleeves, right? I mean, those are recyclable. And if you recycle them, you go for it.
Yeah.
But if you're not recycling, which most people aren't, they're just throwing their whole cup away. It's nice to have these little things instead.
Yeah.
And you personalize them with some fun stuff.
Some things, you put someone's name on there, so that
Yeah, you can needle felt.
Maybe they have a name that nobody at the coffee shop can actually pronounce, so they could just hand that to them, and then when it comes up, they can be like, oh, Alicia
Cecilia.
or Cecilia. That's a hard one for many people, because sometimes they want to say Felicia or Felicity
or Celia. I hear that a lot.
Yeah. It's the burden.
But anyway,
of having a weird
it's our
name.
Perk pattern this month. We used, for these ones, we used
wool stock.
From Blue Sky
It's
Fibers.
so soft.
And if you come into the store and you're a 3K Club member this month, you can get 10% off if you're buying it to make those
Those little cuppy things.
the coffee
And so-
cozies. And the patterns are free if you buy yarn.
And how great would this be if you have to give something for your kid's teacher? Quick, easy, something that you
I
can
think
make theirs.
a lot of my family members are getting them in their stocking this year because I made a lot of them as I was practicing and making sure the pattern worked out.
Yeah, they're great for someone who doesn't. Everybody likes to go to the coffee shop.
For tea or coffee.
For tea or coffee, yes.
You know what? These would also be, like you have the to-go mug. It would also be great for this if it didn't have this kind of thing on it because it would help absorb the moisture.
So like if you have lots of ice, if you're an ice person, I am not an ice person. If I can avoid ice, I do.
Same here.
So we'd be good in Europe.
Yes.
They don't do it there.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay.
I'm good. Sorry.
See ya.
We're not going to do this anymore. We're going to Europe. So, and I also just wanted to mention to everybody that we got another shipment of the skeins coats. Remember these? We got a bunch of them in, and they almost all sold immediately. You put your skein in there, you knit right out of it.
If you're a center
ball person.
Yeah.
And we got some new patterns. Look at that. Look at this cute little polar bear.
Oh my God, he's so adorable.
Having holiday fun.
Okay,
And
really, this
cats.
is not a holiday one. It's a winter one. There's
he's
no holiday
decorating
in
a
there.
tree, dude.
No, he's not. He's just standing next to a tree that has berries on it.
Fine. But he should be sleeping anyway.
True. That is completely true. Did you show another one that I interrupted about?
Yes, this one with the smart cats. Smart alecky cats. Because we're in glasses, so you know
I'm
they're
having problems
smart.
with this 3x1 ribbing because we're talking about all sorts of fun things and I keep getting off.
No. All right. Well, I'm also going to talk since you're ribbing. Is that okay? I'm going to keep talking.
Yeah, you go.
So
Go, girl.
I pulled some stuff that, let's say, maybe you don't have people who knit in your life, which I'm sorry, but
Yeah, those poor fools.
and you don't want to make them anything because maybe the last thing you made them, they put in the front loader and shrunk down to the size of, a ball, like a dryer ball.
Yeah,
See
there
that?
you go.
So these,
Oh my
fabulous.
God, those polka dot ones are great.
Aren't
I
they
didn't
great?
see those, and I need some new dryer balls
Well-
because all of mine have disappeared.
polka dots.
Oh my gosh, I might
So
have to get that.
these you put in the dryer with your clothes, so you don't have to use the
dryer
sheets, and it bounces them up so they stay fluffy and soft and dry faster,
Not staticky.
not staticky. And
They do dry faster too, so that's cool.
Yep. And so like a 3-pack here is $24. You just use them over and over and over again. Great present for anyone you know.
I think we have 6-packs too. I think
We
those
do.
are 44.
Yes.
So
Something like that. I don't know. I only grabbed this one because I was grabbing things. So there's a bunch of them here. Get them while they're hot because they go quite fast. But it's everybody loves them. Anyone who tries them, they're like, "Oh my God, I need more." So
mine disappear because my kids take them.
kids, they're the worst.
Either in their rooms at our house or they have gone to their homes.
True, that's a possibility.
Yeah.
So the other day I was putting on my wool coat from last year, which is not in great shape because
But Cecilia's making a new wool
I'm
coat.
making a new one, so I'm not gonna worry about it. And I had little pills, and I thought, wish I had a gleaner here, because then I would have gleaned it. And then it occurred to me that we have these little things, gleaner,
That's a gleaner to go.
and it has
Or gleaner on the go. I don't know
gleaner
whichever
on the
one.
go.
I don't know.
On the go.
Yeah.
But to go is the same thing. And we have them with this little sewing kit. And I thought, you know what? You got someone in their 20s on your list, maybe someone who's just getting out in the world. This is a fabulous gift. I gave my daughter a little sewing kit, and she was really grateful because she had to sew on buttons. She's like, I don't have anything to sew on buttons.
You know, this thing has some great things in it. It's got a thimble. It's got a seam ripper. I didn't know it had a seam ripper. It's got a whole little thing of safety pins. Trying to open it up wrong direction. I always have problems with these kind of boxes. Oh,
They're buttons.
they're
Buttons
safety
and
pins and buttons.
So you got spare
in there.
buttons in there. You got a tape measure. You got a thimble.
6 different colors of thread.
So this is
is this
really
thing?
great. That is extras for your gleaner to go.
Oh, okay.
Little bits for your gleaner
Yeah.
to go. And the gleaner to go goes right in there. And so then they can just take this wherever.
It'd be great for traveling too. I mean,
If
that's
they
what
travel.
That's.
But you know
I
what?
think they were.
You're 20-something, you're living in an apartment. This is how much space you got for stuff
Yeah,
like this.
true.
And they come in great colors. So we got like black and fuchsia and this beautiful teal and this nice kind of burgundy red. And I can't remember how much they are, but
I can't either.
I don't know, like $25 or something. I mean, anyway, it's the perfect amount for a little gift for someone you know. And like I said, if you have someone in their 20s, they've got a sweater. They might have a wool coat because they live in Minnesota. You know, they're going to use it. And it may seem like, oh, a practical gift, but like I said, I gave a sewing kit and it wasn't even this nice to my daughter, and she was really grateful.
But you know what? My kids are all in their 20s, and I think they want more practical gifts.
They do.
Except for my 22-year-old who wants designer clothes.
That's because he's a little baby still.
Oh my God. And I said, what do you mean by designer? He said, well, no, I can't remember the name of the company, but it's like we stopped at when we were at Disney, in downtown Disney Springs, whatever they call it now. Mm-hmm. We stopped at a store. He said, oh, I want to go in this store. The shirts are like $200 each. I'm like, you're 22. I'm not buying you a $200 shirt. I wouldn't buy my husband a $200 shirt. No.
No, and he actually brings that kind of money into the house that you could afford it.
I mean, if my husband wants to buy himself a $200 shirt, fine.
That's fine.
I'm not going to do it.
So, and then I also pulled some Pom Poms. So, let's say you don't got time to knit. There's nothing saying you can't go buy a hat and decorate it with like this cute pink pom-pom and give it to someone as a gift, because you don't need to knit all the things. And
these pom-poms are great. What we do, they have these strings on them, so you pull the string through the top of the hat. There's always like a little hole there. Pull these through and then just tie it on the inside. If you want it to be even more secure, run it through a button and then tie it. And then you can take it out and wash your hat if you need to without having to worry about this puppy.
I feel like...
And if you wanted to just have a bowl of tribbles in your house, you could do that.
That's perfect for that too. Trouble with tribbles.
Yep.
So that was all I had. So we have stuff in here that's not necessarily for knitters, so you can come buy things for them and come here, buy something for yourself, and buy something for them. That's how shopping should go.
Yeah.
That's how I do it.
Kind of how I do it too. Yeah. I have ordered a couple of pairs of boots recently that...
Yeah?
Yeah. I have something to show too, and that is, I'll let you hold those up and I'll hold these up. This is a raggy by...
It's beautiful.
I can't remember who it's by.
Oh, some
Jarbo garn. Jarbo. Yarbo. I don't know.
They wouldn't have a hard J, I don't think.
Anyway, we bought these specifically for boot socks. Although this would be really cute for a little kid sweater too. It's worsted weight.
Hat.
Or hat, yep. So I took these two home to make a boot sock sample for the store.
Nice.
Haven't started it yet because I'm working on the other thing. But,
oh, you're the worst.
But anyway, I think it's fun.
I like it.
It's wool and nylon, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, 70-30.
Yep.
So
they go really fast. Just
yes.
let you know, you make socks out of this weight yarn, 2 nights. 2 nights you can have a pair of socks.
I am actually, I have a board meeting on Thursday. I'll be in this board meeting all day. And what I found...
It's done by the end.
Well, what I found with, like this is size, I'm going to say 6 needles. Anything smaller than this, and even this, my arm gets really tired. Because I'm not completely recovered yet. So normally I would take a pair of socks to knit on, just regular socks out of fingering weight yarn, but I know I won't last for, I probably have to stop after 15 minutes and then take a break for 15 or 30 minutes, and then I could knit another 15, and that's just not going to get me through the day.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cast on those and take those, and hopefully I'll be able to knit a little bit longer. Because otherwise I'll fall asleep, which is not a good thing.
No.
In this board meeting.
No, you need to pay attention.
Yes, I do. And I can pay so much more attention when I am knitting than I can when I'm doodling. I remember once I forgot my knitting and I was making up my own Sudoku on my pad. And you know what? That takes a lot of concentration.
It does.
So I really was not paying
any attention.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I used to live in corporate world, I would often write my blog posts in meetings. Mm-hmm. And I know they all thought I was really paying attention.
And taking notes.
Taking notes or whatever. But quite honestly, if I'd been knitting, I would have been paying way more attention.
Yeah.
That's what's so funny is like, people think, oh, she's knitting, that's so rude. It's like, it's less rude than when I'm writing out my blog posts, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is your alternative. Or even doodling. I just get lost in my doodling and then,
Well, this is interesting. I wonder if I turned it.
Are you making short rows?
No, I don't think so. But I don't like this edge. Do you see how it's kind of rolling up this direction? I like this side better. So I think when I move to solid knitting, I might turn it around at the beginning and just sew the whole together. Because I don't think I used a cable cast on. Why is it?
I don't know.
I mean, maybe I did turn it around at some point. I guess maybe I should just check, but that'd be really surprising if I had done that.
It would be, but it's not unheard of. Even experienced knitters make mistakes. I think that's what we've learned today. So don't feel bad when you make mistakes. No one will be admitted in the theater during the exciting counting of stitches scene.
I've only got, I was going to say, well, I've only got 11 there. Well, yeah, I haven't done the whole row yet. Duh. I think I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to turn it around.
I would.
Yeah.
That's the thing with knitting. You can make it yours. Do whatever you want.
Exactly.
Just make it work how you want it to work.
Instead of having to do up the hole, I could do a wrap and turn, and then I could just catch that on the way back.
The way back.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Sounds like
That's
a
the
plan.
So, hey, we completely forgot about the prize last podcast. Either announcing who won the previous time, we didn't even, draw the name.
Yeah.
Or telling what the new prize was. So I don't know if you guys read the descriptions that I spend 20 minutes on. No, I'm just joking. It's more like 10 minutes on. But there's always a description on our YouTube channel of what's in the podcast, including links to all the yarns and patterns that we talk about and stuff like that. And I mentioned in that description that we decided that we would take all the names from the 2 episodes, combine them into a pot, draw 2 names, and then give 2 prizes away. So we picked 2 names, and of course, did I bring that sheet of paper out here? I wrote them down. One is Lee Black, aka Leslie.
Hey, Leslie.
And the other one was Joan Bell.
Yay,
so you
Joan.
guys are both going to get prizes. I will let you know on, your comments from the previous 2 episodes that you won.
You are winners, ladies.
And then this is what we're going to do for this next time. We're going to give away a skein of Silka from Mirasol, and a skein of Kathmandu Aran from Queensland. So whoever, you have to write a comment on our YouTube channel under this video.
Yes.
And then we'll draw, random number generator. And you'll win these 2 skeins. Oh, and those are both from our distributor Euro Yarns and our friend Janine from Euro.
Hi, Janine.
So, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if we have anything else. I don't know. It's the holiday season, and
it is the holiday season.
And
I love Christmas.
I'm just hoping that when I get home today, my 2 20-somethings who are living at home right now have the place decorated. I don't think it's going to happen. No. Perhaps at least they'd have the lights on the Christmas tree.
That would be great.
That would be good. I don't really want to hang ornaments.
Why?
I don't know. Here's the thing. When my kids were little, I loved Christmas. I would have the Christmas music playing, full blast. I'd be singing along. I'd be wrapping the presents. I'd be decorating the tree. I did all of that stuff, right? And then I think it's owning the store. I just don't have the. I mean, I'm working 6 days a week. I don't want to spend my time. I don't want to spend my time decorating the Christmas tree. Now, I could hire somebody to come in and decorate the Christmas tree, but I've got two 20-somethings who aren't working at my house. They can do it.
I'll come decorate your tree for a little bit of cash incentive.
No, I think I'm gonna make them do it for no cash incentive. How about I feed you? Oh, yeah, I already am. Okay.
Honestly, if you gave me chocolates, I'd probably come over. Chocolates would work too. Maybe some of that Angstroms.
Oh, Angstroms, I haven't ordered that yet. I gotta do that.
Yeah, there's no G in it. I always want to add a G, but it's delicious. It's the best toffee in the world.
Angstroms toffee. It's out of Colorado, and my family tradition. My mom used to give it to people. I think her mom used to give it to people before her, and now we send a ton of it out every year. And I was saying to Tom the other day, I said, I don't know if people are eating it. I have no idea. He said, it doesn't matter. It's our tradition. They're getting it. I'm like, okay, great.
Man, how do I get on that list? Because I would eat it.
Yeah.
It's the best.
It is the best.
Yeah.
I'm not having any this year. Normally we order like 4 or 5 boxes for our house, and because everybody wants their own box, so they don't have to share with anybody, right?
That's wise, yeah.
And we'll be ordering 1 less box this year because I haven't eaten sugar since December, December of last year.
Yeah.
So there. No Angstroms for me.
That's your own choice.
It is my own choice. I'm actually thinking maybe next year, because I know I have issues with wheat, maybe next year I should give up wheat for the year and just see.
I should just give all food.
No, I mean, I'm only giving up things that I know are bad for me. And here's the thing with wheat. I should just try it. I mean, I don't. When I went into this with sugar, I didn't say I'm going to give it up for a year, or even. I pretty much said I'm going to give it up. We'll see how long it lasts. And I think that's what I do with wheat, and just see if some of these. Okay, I don't want to go into specifics about what happens to me with wheat, but just see if some of the things that happen disappear, and then make a decision.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I've gone without wheat before, and I think it's better.
I don't know.
But I don't know for sure. So it can't hurt to try.
No, I suppose not.
But it's better to wait until after the holiday season.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
Well, I don't have anything else.
I don't have anything else.
Oh my gosh, it's almost been 50 minutes.
What?
I guess we don't have anything else. That's it.
Then we gotta go.
We're cutting you off. I know you wanted to have some more, but
that's it.
Oh well.
No more. We're done.
All right, guys. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. It's going to be the 23rd of December. Yeah. I don't know if either of us will be in to film. I don't know if I'll be here. We'll see. I'll probably be here. I don't know.
Where else holidays? Are you gonna be?
It's the holiday season. Dun, dun, dun.
Like you're going to be out buying Christmas presents. Obviously not. You hate Christmas.
I don't hate Christmas. I don't have the same feeling for it right now that I did. What can I say? All right. Anyway, we'll probably film on the 23rd, which means it probably won't be posted until after Christmas.
That's okay.
But there you go. All right.
Look for us.
See you guys.